Right, I think I remember how to do this. It's been a while. Everything's set up on the wrong screen. Everything had to be connected again. Everything is chaos. I don't know if the music's too loud because I forgot that I stopped paying Spotify, so I had to find it on YouTube. So it's all very, very different, very, very out of place. And of course, we've got a cat being a cat. So please let me know. Yay! Thank you so much, Sammy and Smolt. Hello, hello. Surprise! I wasn't planning to stream today. I just finally... It's touch loud. Thank you. I had a sneaking suspicion. It's loud for me too, so... We're gonna turn that down a bit. Yeah. Good work, Twitch, giving me the push notification after I open Twitch. That tracks, that tracks. Mandy's! Hello, hello. Welcome in. Yay, thank you for proving YouTube's working as well. I'm doing good. I'm doing a hot minute of setup. Alright, this music needs to go down. Alright. Apologies. When you haven't streamed for a while, it throws everything for a loop. Alright, now the music might be too quiet. I don't know. Alright, let's boost you there. And the cat is looking at me like, what's going on? Right, hi! This is what happens when you don't stream for like 2 months. It throws you for a loop. But yes, don't show your butt on the camera. Hi everyone. Kia ora. Welcome in. So, yeah, I just randomly felt like streaming today. I think because I had 4 days off, so it's been chaos obviously with it being the holiday season, but the lab's been closed for a couple of days, so I've got some time off, and I don't know, it was like I felt like I actually had the energy to stream today. I am still trying to figure out how to balance work and streaming. In all honesty, I might have to start night streaming. I'm still figuring that out. That's going to be a new year problem. We're going to figure that out in the new year. For now, we're just going to roll with the flow and just see what we feel, and go with it as is. Shadow seems to want his stream treats that he hasn't had in a hot minute. Yeah, he just had a bunch of treats. He's up here because he wants attention, because he hasn't had a lot of attention the last couple of days. Fun fact, we realised that Shadow is 2 years younger than we thought. We thought he was 15, and turns out Mum got the dates wrong, so he's actually 12. Yeah, we thought he was turning 15 and he's actually 12, so he's got a couple more years with us to annoy us. TK Dodo, hello, hello. Do you have any Christmas goodies to show? So, oh, you finished 25 minutes just to colour till Christmas. Well done. As you would have seen if you've been watching the YouTube channel, I also finished that book. I do, but not from anyone else. So my family, we do gifts to the kids. We do gifts to the nibblings, to the cousins, but we don't do adult gifts, basically. So I spent the first part of December churning out 25 days till Christmas. I did that book basically in 3 days. There were 3 weekend days where I had all day to colour, and that was it. It was 3 days. You can tell by the nails. So yeah, that book was turned out pretty fast, plus I was doing some other stuff in between, and I got burnt out very quickly. So by like the 15th of December, I was done. But it worked out well because for one of my nibblings for Christmas, I was making a bunch of baby doll clothes, which is what they struggle to find. It's hard to find baby doll clothes here. Hey, Laura! Yeah, and then also battled YouTube with the integrated AI. I finally have the option to turn that off, so that is no longer a problem, but oh my gosh. But yeah, so I spent most of the next 2 weeks making baby doll clothes, and I was only going to make a couple of pieces for the nibbling, and then add in some bits like some stick-on gems and bits and pieces so that they could decorate the clothes. And I fell in love with sewing baby doll clothes and making doll clothes, so much so that for Christmas for myself, I maybe went and brought a couple of Our Generation dolls. We don't have American Girl here, but we have Our Generation. And then started making clothes for this. So this is something that I've made, this little bear suit. Because it got to a point where I was like, I cannot justifiably give this kid any more baby doll clothing. Like, they got a whole wardrobe. So I was like, I'll buy myself a doll and I'll just start sewing doll clothes because I enjoyed it so much. So yeah, I've made this little berry fursuit. Zippers and fur, nightmare. I'm not taking this one out of the bag because the glitter gets everywhere, but this is what I was making last night. So it's a little shirred strawberry dress with massive red glitter tutu. Like, I'm not kidding when I say I've been making a ton of clothes. So yeah, that's kind of been what I've been working on for ages and ages. Hi, Laura. And I haven't been colouring because of that, because it's all been about sewing for these last few days. But yeah, this morning I woke up and was like, oh, I actually feel like doing a bit of colouring. And I feel like streaming, so why not? Right, mister, you're going to have to go down. It's coffee, you don't want it. He's straight out the door. He wanted down at that point. What time is it there? It is 8:20 in the morning. It's very early. It's even earlier than when I would normally start streaming. Because my normal start time was 9 when I was regular. At least dolls never outgrow their clothes like children do. You look away for 5 minutes, they shoot up another inch at least in one direction. I feel like I do that too as a grown up. I look away for 2 seconds and then I've put on an inch. You're gonna need a closet to put them in, or would it be a... Oh my god, that's so bad. The funny thing is, there is actually a doll's clothes wardrobe, and I was looking at it, and I was like, I cannot justify this in any sense. I have nowhere to put it. I have nowhere to put it into. I did also, the other thing that I've done during my downtime is I have been sorting out the closet, the storage systems. I did a massive second-hand donation. I unhauled a bunch of books and gave those to the op shops and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, there's been lots of stuff happening in the background. It's just yeah, it's so bad. It's Sunday there, right? Correct. Alright, so yeah, we're going to colour. I don't know what I had in progress. I've also got some buddy colours that I know I haven't done. So I'm just going to kind of pull out stuff from my trolley of this is what I was working on, I guess, and try and figure out where I was, what I was doing, what I had left to do. Like, these are all the books that are on the shelf. And try and figure out what we were doing. Will you be doing a colouring book, colouring supplies tour? January is my traditional everything tour. So yes, it will be in January. We'll start the complete collection tour again. Okay. Oh. January soon. Yep. Yeah, January is always a massive filming month for me. Last year when I filmed my complete collection tour, it was 17 parts. Yeah. Right. Ooh. I have changed the art cam since, this is updated. And sorry, you can tell it's been a while because everything needs setting up and I forgot to check this. There we go. I just realised it was the right way. I had the books upside down. Oh, good lord. There we go. Oh, I'm on my second cup of coffee too. You'd think I'd be a little bit more functional. Always start with the reset transformation. Put it back to its original state and then see if you need to actually change anything. Right, I know Green Portraits was pulled out because I was going to colour in it and I did not get to it. Now Neko I have not started, I know that much. Alright. Oh, yep, that was a buddy colour that I have finished. You're going to get a sneak of what I have done this month. I won't show this one, but there are free bookmarks in here, and if you knew this book, there were 3 pages left to colour in this one. So, yeah. I organised and combined my binders, and now I have 6 binders empty. Well done! Professional streamer. Yeah, so... entire book coloured this month. Ugh. Right. Now we're getting into the... what have I coloured? I have done a page in that one. That one's complete. That one's complete. I see marker. That one's complete. You don't have a bookmark. I can't even remember what I've coloured. I haven't updated my books that usually show like what's in progress. So that one's in progress. So yeah, there's stuff everywhere. And normally I have like a free shelf cart. And I have on top what I want to work on, middle is in progress and bottom is completed. But the cart's all messed up as well. So I can't even remember. Again, I have not looked at my colouring books at quite a while. Oh yeah, this one. I've just done the background of this one. I love my background of this one. One day I just got in the mood to do a background. So I did a background and then haven't come back. So we might work on that one. I do like that one. I think I did start page on this one. Yeah, this one. My candy colours. Hi Millie! Yes, surprise Amy stream. Alright, I did prep a couple in here for Zodiac. I know I've got buddies in any day and I have not done anything in any day. I know that much. That's another buddy that I haven't worked yet. Trees of Goodridge. Yeah, there's a couple of Trees of Goodridge. I think these two though were just I want to work in these ones, not I have worked in these ones. Start going into the later Fantasy Tiny Home. I think that's just another I want to work in it. Audrey Hanson. Capybara Cuties. This book is so cute. I started my 2026 colouring journal. Oh my gosh, I've still got to do that as well. I've got to go and pick up a notebook, I realised. I haven't even done that yet. Okay, so you're coloured and my alcohol markers are immediately yellowing. Fantastic. It's going to be fun to deal with. Right, there's lots of bookmarks in there because I've joined a group for this one. I've got lots to catch up to do. So that's another one. I should really put the buddy colours. Now I've skipped through that one. The other buddies I haven't done. That one I've got to take photos of. You're going to sit on top. Okay, this is just random paperwork. Oh my gosh. And then I did do a page in this one. Okay, cool. Cool. And then there should be... we're missing a book. Because there should be Shadow's Journey. Because I know I started one in Shadow's Journey. Thank you for bringing up Jill Stream Small. Appreciate you. I've missed you. I've missed streaming. I've missed chatting with you. Hi Millie, I hope you're well too. What did anyone get for Christmas? If you got Christmas presents or if you celebrate the holidays. If you didn't celebrate the holidays, I hope you had a wonderful day anyway, just generally. What did you buy yourself for Christmas? I think everyone should buy themselves a gift. Because A, then you get exactly what you want, but also, you know, we all deserve some self-love. Right. Oh, I'm stiff today. Oop, as you only lost your crown. Where's your crown again? Oh, where's this book? It's in the coloring book. Actually, I know where it is. Oh, I just had a 4. I'm gonna need the pencils anyway. In the colouring book. In the pencil case. Right. This is the one that I knew I had in progress as well. Because I also have this one, which is another buddy. Which I have done 2 dogs on. Okay, so these are all our in progress pages. I don't really want to work on the 50 Zodiac. I'm still kind of burnt out on Camellia and Jacob right now. So these are our 4 options.
A mistake on just about every level possible. It doesn't understand the original Mean Girls.
What is fetch? It's like slang from an old movie.
It's
What is
embarrassing
playing?
musical, and the filmmaking
This is
is
a
just-
problem. Why are you playing that? That is not what I want. Why are you leaving the playlist? This is a problem with using YouTube. Oh, I need to actually download these albums so I don't have to do it. We're just going to not have music today. If you want music, play your own music. Yeah, I'm going to have to figure out the music side since I'm not paying for a music app anymore. I got a food chopper and some money to get what you want. Nice. Actually, I got to get a new food chopper. Honestly, food choppers are so good. With Mum and I's teeth issues, like we found, like I bought one on impulse and like chopping up, I call it like salad herbs. It's like we turn salads into herbs basically, and it's so much easier to chew like fresh vegetables when they're chopped so finely. Handwritten recipe book. Oh, that's so sweet. Our stuff, yes. Also, Annie, kia ora. Love that. Got a bunch of colouring books and some markers and a nice fluffy hoodie. Yes. We all know I love a good hoodie here. We are fully into summer now, so I have to go back to boring ass t-shirts, but bring your own music. Exactly. Yeah, I'll figure out that side later on. What do I want to colour? What do I want to work on? I should really work on Leon's Journey. I should. That's the one I should really work on. But do I feel like working on that? Not really. I kind of want to do Fairy Tale Worlds. I don't know. Something about this one's calling me because I could roll a d4, but something about this one's just calling me. I love the background. I don't know what called to me to do full solid pencil backgrounds for these, but I don't know. Something about this is calling me, so I think we're going to work on this one. I have not coloured in weeks, it feels like. Right, so I did write down my colours at least, because I knew I would be not necessarily coming straight back to this. So I did write down my colours like a sensible person. I think I have walnut brown out, because I still have my animal colours out too. Feels very quiet now without music. I should get someone on voice with me. Alright, walnut brown. I'm sure I have a walnut brown. I do. I say I didn't get Christmas presents. I did get given a bunch of Happy Mail. Oh, hiccups. So, I did get sent some beautiful books and my Ohuhu markers, which I haven't even opened yet. I've still got to swatch them, and that's what's putting me off using them, is that I've got to swatch them. But yeah, they arrived in, and then I just got burnt out on colouring, so I haven't even started playing with them yet. Because it was Plus, I was trying to use up all those old ones with the Camellia and Jacova ones, so, which I did. I've used up so many markers because of that project. Right, Chromium Green Opaque, 174, 168. I don't know if we're actually going to use these colours, but considering these colours have been used in the background, I'm going to pull them out just so I've got them on hand. That's 124 Rose Carmine, and we want 129 Pink Meadow Lake. That's 125. Right, you're 125. Have I got two 125s? No, you're 123. Gonna say. And then 185. Naples yellow. Okay. And if I get sick of colouring, we may switch to some sewing. Because why not? Because I want to take... Whoops. I want to take the pattern that I used to make this little bear outfit. And I've got a like pink, yellow, green type blend. And I want to make a bunny. I think a bunny would be cute. I also want to figure out if I can line it. Because this is the first one I made. Which, installing a zip-on fur. Oh my gosh. But it's not lined, and because it's how you cut fur, it's got like the pattern markings on here. So I want to figure out if I can line it. I brought my hoo-hoos a few years ago, and I still got to go through them and adjust like over 100 chisel nibs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I have the brush and bullet nib. Oh, hoo-hoo bee. No, Honolulu bee. Those are the terms. Honolulu bee. So, yeah. Okie dokie. Alright, so I know we need to introduce a lot more pink onto this page, because I want them to tie together, even if they're not exact. But she definitely needs some pink. And we might need a darker colour. Actually, I could use a little bit of the brown. Where are my sharpeners? My sharpeners probably need emptying too. You need looking at. Or you might actually just need binning. You might be blunt. Okay. What are we? We're nearly half an hour in, and I'm finally going to start colouring. I did learn that hoo-hoo markers do not work in an airbrush. So if you want to invest in an airbrush system for them, don't. Good to know. Good to know. I will consider that. I mean, I do have a couple of Copics, so if I was going to use the airbrush system, I could use them for that, but yeah. That would be another big investment. Right now, there is no more big investments because I bought dolls and a lot of stuff for dolls. Oh, Pauline and Amanda. Kia ora, kia ora. Welcome in, lovelies. It's a surprise stream. It's a bring your own music stream day, because I ain't got energy to sort it out. So yeah, what else has happened since? Oh my goodness, it feels like it's been forever. I mean, there's been a few things. I did put up the little YouTube video talking about a couple of things briefly. Oh my gosh, I set myself a challenge. So you'll know how much I love caffeine. Love it, love it, love it. I set myself a challenge of going a month without caffeine. It was mostly to cut out energy drinks. Because I was drinking way too many energy drinks. So I was like, I need to reset myself. And in order to do that, I need to cut out caffeine. So I did. I cut out all caffeine. Because I've tried to give them up before, but it's like coffee, then cola, then energy drinks. It's like a gateway. So I was like, no, we're going to cut out all caffeine just to prove that I don't need caffeine. The detox, the first like 6 or 7 days, oh my god, It was like I definitely drink too much caffeine because I was multiple energy drinks and 12 to 15 cups of coffee a day. Like I was on so much coffee. And so much caffeine. So yeah, when I stopped, it was like full withdrawal shakes and splitting headache, and I felt so awful. And then it was getting through 9 days, and then by the end of it, I was like, I genuinely miss coffee. Like it was the social aspect. It was going out to a cafe and having a coffee with my mum, or like there is part of my morning ritual was to get up and have a cup of coffee, and slowly wake up with a cup of coffee. And I did kind of miss that element as well. And I also genuinely like the taste of coffee. Like I love a good black coffee with a really good coffee in it. So I just also like a cup of tea didn't quite hit it because I subbed with fruit teas to try and help me at least keep that hot drink in the morning routine and having something warmer to drink. But yeah, I made it, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to introduce coffee, because I debated whether or not I would reintroduce coffee, but by the end of it, I was like, no, I'm missing coffee too much to not have coffee in my life. So I did introduce it again, but I'm having like 2 to 3 cups a day now, which is much more reasonable in terms of coffee. But I haven't had any energy drink in a few months now, which is the main thing that I was aiming to do. I've had like a cola every once in a while. It's not a big thing. And then, yeah, the coffee. I'm still 2 or 3 cups a day. But yeah, I haven't had an energy drink in a while, so that's really cool. And it did show me a couple things. The main reason I wanted to stop them was I thought that maybe the energy drinks were giving me a little bit of anxiety, which they were. Definitely causes a little bit of, they're designed to get your heart racing, so so yeah, definitely better without them. But one of the things that surprisingly I discovered was that when I stopped having coffee first thing in the morning with an empty stomach, I started having a little bit less stomach pain in the morning. I was like, oh well, that kind of makes sense, because coffee's not exactly the best on an empty stomach. But yeah, there was a few like cramps and stuff I used to get in the morning. I was like, oh, okay, so this is fully just the coffee in the morning. So what I've been doing in the morning when I get up, I still have my coffee, but I've been adding back in a little bit of milk, because I do have to introduce more milk into my diet, even though I am lactose intolerant, because I need to get more calcium. So just putting a little bit of milk has helped it with my stomach. So that was something I didn't realize, but was cool to find out. Yeah, small victories are still victories. Exactly. I'm still proud of it. I mean, honestly, giving up the caffeine for a month was horrendous. And if anything, it just showed to me exactly how addicted to coffee I am. So, yeah, I'm very, very pleased with that. Just going to bring the light down a bit. It might get in the way, though. It's going to block me. It feels like it's very dark right now, but that's because there's a very bright light coming in. You can just see the start of it, so it's compensating by making everything else darker. Let me know if it's feeling too dark. I can manually adjust the brightness. Energy drinks were harder for me to quit than cigarettes. Yeah, figly quit both for over 12 years now. Well done. Well done. Yeah, when I gave up vaping, which we're coming up to a year vape free, actually. I can tell you because I have it marked in my phone, because I track it, because I think it's worth being proud of, because we should celebrate. Yeah, giving up cigarettes, so much easier than giving up vaping. 288 days, 15 hours, 30 minutes, and 46 seconds. And you can see I'm trying to give up nail biting as well. Trying. Yeah, when I gave up smoking years upon years ago, so easy. I just made the decision, and I was just like, I'm sick of this. I don't like it. I'm just going to quit. And then I had like half a pack left in my bag. And that morning I went to the bank, and there was a guy outside the bank asking if he could bum a smoke, and I gave him the rest. And he was like, seriously? And I was like, I quit. He's like, good on you. You do it. And that was like my last interaction ever smoking. I just made the decision and went, nah, not going to smoke anymore. But for me, smoking was an anxiety thing. And by then I'd started anti-anxiety meds, so I didn't actually have a need to smoke. So it was very easy in that sense to quit because I wasn't a huge smoker. I just smoked for anxiety and I had medication. So, but then when I gave up vaping, oh my God, that one. Oh, because the problem was I enjoyed it. It wasn't like smoking, which was disgusting and didn't taste nice. Vaping tasted nice, so it was very hard. And there are moments where I still miss vaping, but I'm very glad we've given that up. And I feel a lot better for it, just like with the energy drinks. Yeah, good on you, Amanda. Good on you. And please know that if you are a smoker or a vapor, this is not anything on you. Like, you are an adult, make the decisions that work for you. And I know there's people out there that need it. I was somebody who vaped for anxiety. And I started vaping for anxiety to stop doing other very horrendous habits that we won't talk about on here. So, yeah, do what you need to do to get through the day. Yeah. Right. That's not what I wanted. Because I got a message from Smalt of pictures. Discord. I need to open up Discord on the computer. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's got like colouring plans or anything like that for the new year. I can tell you right now, my colouring plans for the new year are I'm not going to have plans. I'm not going to have goals. I'm not going to have anything next year. Because this year I had less goals and stuff like that. And I enjoyed colouring a lot more than trying to be like working new books or a page in this a month. I have one book that has 12 remaining pages. Oh my God, that's gorgeous, Smalt. So there is a little bit of like, oh, maybe I should, you know, do a page a month of this one. Maybe I'll do that. But I'm not going to put that pressure on myself. Next year, I don't care how many whips I have. I don't care. Like, there are no rules. I can have 50 whips. I can, you know, I'm just going to be like, it is what it is. We work on what we want, and that's it. Because that's honestly what I enjoyed the most of colouring this year. All right, I know what I'm doing. I am a functional streamer. I promise. I'm really not. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Look at those bubbles. Smalt, you freaking genius. Smalt, we need like a how you coloured these bubbles. Because, oh my God, they're gorgeous. I mean, it's all gorgeous, don't get me wrong. But my brain just went to the bubbles and went, holy shite. I can see like the pink and the purple and the blue and the green and stuff like that. Like, that is so cool. So cool. Well done, Smalt. This is such a cute book as well. 2026, Follow the Joy. I love that, Smalt. That is an exact... I might have to steal that. Follow the Joy. I mean, Joy's also my middle name, so it's really, really appropriate as well. Honestly, there's a reason why rule 9 of this channel is in Smalt we trust. If Smalt says something, we just go with it. It's legit a rule. It's on my... Where is it? I'm sure it's rule 9. Yeah, rule 9. I think that's how I summon it. It's been a while. Maybe I do it as one word. I can't remember. I don't know. I can't remember how to bring it up. I promise you it's rule 9. Can't explain those bubbles. I just went with it. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I often have things like that too. They are really pretty. Really well done. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cold. Unfortunately, the nibblings were a little unwell on Christmas, and it's not like you can't see them. I really do appreciate because it was the eldest nibbling, and they were really trying to like not like they're a very young child, so they were really trying to be good about like coughing away from the food, and then every time they blew their nose they went and washed their hands. Like they're really trying to be conscious of, and considering their age, it was very sweet. So I was very appreciative of it, but also immune compromised. Could also just be hay fever though. Sorry, I'll try not to sniff. Try my best. But yeah, we did a very non-traditional dinner because my family, my brothers and sisters and sister-in-laws, both sets were like, we haven't done hot pot in a long time. Amy, could you do a hot pot for Christmas? And I was like, oh, that's not really Christmas food, and okay, I guess, but everyone's contributing to it because it's a lot. So yeah, that's what we did for Christmas. But it was actually the first time that some of the nibblings had ever experienced hot pot or shabu shabu, which, if you're not aware, is there's lots of different variants in Japan and Korea and even like Thailand and China. Like they all have their different variants of it. I kind of just do a smudge of different bits and pieces depending on what I can find. But the idea is that you have a broth cooking in the center of the table, and then all the ingredients roar around it, and you all dip into this broth and cook the ingredients. And what you add into the broth obviously flavors the broth, and the broth cooks down, but then you're all cooking together. So it's not just about the food you're eating, it's the experience of cooking together. And then you have like dipping sauces on the side and stuff like that, and then at the end you get like this really concentrated broth that you can chuck noodles or rice into. So it's actually like it's an experience as well, which I think is the really cool part. It's really cool to be communally cooking together. But it's the first time that the nibblings were at an age where they could actually participate and enjoy it, and I didn't think they would eat that much of it. I was like, oh, like the good eaters, but also it's very, like, some of it's spicy. I don't do all of it spicy because we have people who can't handle spice, but it was a lot of vegetables. It was like they will eat vegetables, but the kids, they want chocolate, So I was like fully expecting them to be like, maybe a little bit and go and sit down. No, they freaking loved it. They were eating so much of it. One of my nibblings was like, more bok choy, more bok choy. It's like, okay, all the bok choy you want, and bean sprouts and lotus roots, and yeah, like, very, very surprising how long they sat at the table. And I think it was also the element that they got to cook their food, but they got to choose their ingredients, which is what one of the nibblings, who's particularly a little bit fussy, really enjoyed, because they could be like, can I try this one? It's like, of course. And then they would cook it and try it and go yes or no. Like they tried a tomato and went no. It's like, that's okay. So yeah, that element was really cool. And then we had lots of sauces. I didn't even put tomato sauce or ketchup on the table, and one of the nibblings was like, where's the ketchup? And it's like, oh, I don't have any on the table, but I've got a vinegar or a satay sauce or a plum sauce. So they were trying all the different sauces as well. So yeah, and then immediately after dinner they went out to their mud kitchen and made hot pot in the mud kitchen. So it was very cute, and now they're asking for hot pot apparently quite a lot. So yeah, it's like, well, that's quite cool. Like, it's very cool that it was such a big hit. And then one of my nibblings was like, Auntie Amy, you should open a restaurant. Like, Auntie Amy can barely cook some days for herself. She's not opening a kitchen. But yeah, apparently I'm a very good chef from the kids. And I was like, okay, I'll take that compliment. It was worth all the effort. Soup makes veggies delicious. It does. It really does. So I do like, it's a very odd Christmas dinner, but it was good. So yeah. My main concern with it was because we're in summer here. I was like, sitting around a boiling pot of broth in the middle of summer, like, but the day itself was actually quite a cloudy day here, so it was actually quite good. Yeah, enjoy it. It's a good time. Again, it's the element of like us working together as well. It's one of those things that I didn't expect the family to enjoy so much. I made it 1 year for my dad's birthday, because he very much liked Asian flavors. So I was like, okay, for your birthday, I will cook this dinner. And yeah, he really enjoyed it. And since then, I've made it a couple of times. Again, it is a little bit of work. It's not like it's a lot of work cooking wise because you cook it at the table. It's a little bit of prep and it's a little bit of gather. Can I zoom in a bit? Absolutely. I just saw how far out I am. I probably should have zoomed in. If I can open my camera software. You gonna open? I'd like my camera software, please. I mean, I'll cheat if I have to. Do 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 do. Ooh. You gonna let me in? You gonna let me... I don't think you're responding. Okay. Let's close that. Hold up. That also might explain why it's feeling quite dark. Let's reboot that. There we go. Right. Let me know if you want to go in a bit more. Now they have actually got the software responding. We had beef tenderloin, mashed potatoes, green beans, and Brussels sprouts and gravy, and monkey bread. What is monkey bread? Because that sounds delightful. So yeah, I haven't done a lot. I've just used a little bit of brown to darken some areas for shading. I'm gonna actually just do some bright pink lips. A little bit. Oops, I forgot to do shading in here. So bread that you pull apart has cheeses and Dijon mustard. Oh, okay, yep, I'm with you. I mean bread itself, but cheesy bread, yes. Cheesy bread sounds divine. Did I have breakfast today? I did not. I had coffee. Coffee is a good breakfast. Mozzarella and provolone. Oh, I love cheese. Cheese is one of those things that, yeah, freaking love cheese. One of the reasons I could never be truly dairy free, even when I had a lot less dairy than I do now. I'm already getting bored of this page. Honestly, that's kind of how my focus has been lately. It's just been like little bits here and then like, cool, I'm bored, move on to something else. It doesn't help that I'm doing this all in pencil too, so it's not exactly fast. At least we're getting some colour on the page now. Switch to swatching. Ugh. God, no. I hate swatching. My process of swatching is whatever gets it done quicker. If the thing comes with a pre-made swatch card, we're using that because I ain't making my own. I hate swatching. I know some people really love it. I absolutely hate it. I would rather be colouring something. But I love having the swatch cards there when they're done. Like, I'm not going to deny the power of a good swatch. Swatching is very useful. I just absolutely hate doing it. I find it very boring and cumbersome. I know, I know. Print it off, yeah. I wish you could get like pre-colored in swatch cards that were accurate and you could just print them off. But alas, you cannot. Because printers change things, even computer screens change colors of things. Swatching is my mindless coloring, so a color mixing chart. Yeah, I really should. I really should. I love seeing like the color mixing where you've got all the difference and it's like I keep meaning to do it. I just never bring myself to do it. I should. I really should do it with the Ohuhus, but maybe later on. Oh, is that a whole section that I never even shaded? It is. Ugh. Excuse me. Already ready to go back to bed. What is your sign? Like a star sign? I am a Capricorn. My birthday is in less than 2 weeks because my birthday is 2 weeks after Christmas. Yes, January 8th, so I'm a Capricorn. There are certain parts of Capricorn that I'm like, yep, I agree because of the, like, the logic-based we often get told that we're bossy. um, yeah. It's funny, like, as a child, my cousin told my mum and my aunt, oh, Amy's so bossy, but she's got the best ideas. Because I used to always run the games. I got the new color system. Yeah. Yeah, so sometimes Capricorns can come across as cold, apparently. But it's more that supposedly we're very logical, which I agree fully with the logical. I have always said that I am a very logical person. I like things to be logical, and I struggle where things are not logical. When I was a teenager, my dad and I used to have a lot of issues, and the only way that I could make sense of him doing things the way he did that were not logical to me was to pretend he was an alien, because that again then made it logical in my head that he would have to do things his way. I now know that he was most likely dealing on the spectrum quite significantly. Now that I look back in reflection, it's like, yeah, he was probably on the spectrum. Certain things like we had to keep all the cans in cupboard in alphabetical order, and I'm not meaning like fruit in one section in alphabetical order, beans in one section in alphabetical order. No, alphabetical order no matter what the can was. And it drove Mum bananas all the time because he would come in and rearrange the cupboards, even though she was the one that cooked. Yeah. So there were a lot of little things that just, yeah, threw me for a loop when I was younger. And now looking back, I can see, especially having done my psychology degree, can very much see, yes, very clearly was on the spectrum. So, yeah, very much agree with the logic side. I prefer things to be very logical. And in a way, like, colouring can seem very creative and not the most logical, but I approach colouring very logically, I feel. At least it's logical to me. Like, okay, I want to create a 3D look, so we go from dark to light. So I put down my darkest colour first. Like, yeah, I don't know how to fully describe it, but I definitely consider myself a logical person. And even though, yeah, I feel like even with my creativity, I've always approached things in a very logical manner. And like when my cousin colors, for example, she approaches color in this really interesting way. And again, it's not logical. And I'm like, I don't understand how you can color something with purple and yellow when it's meant to be a green object. Like, her use of color is really interesting. It's very impressionistic. It's very intriguing how she uses color, but it always turns out so incredible. And it's just that different approach because again, it's not logical. But she doesn't color realism like I do. So, different elements. Yeah. But yeah, there's no right or wrong way to approach colouring or creativity. If you approach from a more logical sense, if you approach from a more chaotic sense, if you approach from whatever medium or way that you choose to approach, that's how you choose to approach. And that's absolutely fine because all colouring, all creativity, it's all valid. And even if your colouring is like me and has had a while off because you've been burnt out and haven't felt it, also valid. Ooh, excuse me. Apparently, I need another coffee. I'm glad to like actually be coloring a page properly in here. Like I think that's the only one I've done is that little cover page, which I do love that cover page, but yeah, it's nice to have an actual page. I think you learned a bit of chaotic colouring theory when you were doing the Ken Matsusa colour study pages. Yeah, definitely. That was the reason why I needed those references up, because it was a completely different approach to how I would colour the page. But it was really fascinating to learn. I actually did go to pull his book out semi recently because it's like I kind of want to do some more of that. It was really enjoyable. But again, I think like I'm going to probably color that whole book looking at his work because I can't visualize how to do it on my own, but I'm learning a lot just by looking at how Ken Matsuda colors his work, which if you've never seen his work is absolutely gorgeous. So that might be, you never know, I might get inspired to do that in January. Oh, new YouTube subscriber. Thank you. Oops. Smashed my bottle. I think I'm very close to hitting 4K on YouTube. I can't remember. I don't usually look too much at the numbers, but it's like I think I'm getting close. I was gonna do something for 3K and I never did. I think that was around the time I also hit 1,000 on Instagram and I never did anything then either. Maybe one of these days. Oh, I'm a good social media person. I ignore it. It's just, I don't know. I enjoy it to a point, but it's also not. It's as I describe YouTube, it's a hobby of my hobby. It's not my focus. My hobby is coloring, and then I do a YouTube related to coloring. But if I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it. So that's fine. Oh, I'm not looking forward to doing the big colouring collection tour. It's going to take so long. There's so many pages to go over again. But I also find, like, when I do it every year, there's always all these new books that I've forgotten about and stuff like that. I think the main reason I'm not looking forward to it is I'm actually going to take the opportunity to double check my spreadsheet. It's also going to be my spreadsheet check-in to make sure all my page counts are correct and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be make sure my spreadsheet actually has, up-to-date totals and all that sort of stuff. It's mostly the work that I'm not looking forward to. It is fun flipping through the books and looking at what I've looked at. And I use my own video as a reference quite often. Like, sometimes I'll be like, oh, I don't know what to colour. So I'll click on a random collection tour video and look at the books that come out. And then usually I can find something in there. So I do use my own videos often too. And I've had, because I did it 2023, 2024, 2025. So it's interesting to see how the collection progresses. So I do enjoy it. In retrospect, it's just a lot of work. Would you try Rita Berman's colouring style for funsies? I think so. I think that would be another really good one to study and look at the interesting colour usage, because she does have some really intriguing colour usage. I know I did do one page where I was trying to be a bit more inspired by her, but I think I need to like almost directly copy a page from her to try and figure out how she works her color theory and then go from there, because she does have some very unique color placements. Alright, I'm gonna mute for 2 seconds and blow my nose because I can feel it's being annoying. 2 seconds. I don't think that did anything. I wonder if I use a little bit of yellow on the high points. Part of me's tempted to switch to sewing because I want to make a bunny costume. So yeah, for anyone that missed out on it earlier, I I brought myself dolls. I started sewing clothes for one of my nibblings for their Christmas present, and I really enjoyed it. And so then I started buying myself a doll. And hi, Vi. Yeah, I brought myself dollies. I have two. I also have her. She's in her original outfit because it's just so pretty. There's probably going to be more dolls. Oh, but yeah, I've been sewing a bunch of clothes for them. This is why I haven't been colouring, because my thing has been sewing. So much sewing. And so we may switch to sewing at some point if I get to. But I freaking love this. I'm so happy with my little bear onesie. And I kind of want to make a bunny one. Same pattern, just, and I've got like some fabric that is kind of this color, like the yellow, the pink, and the green. So yeah, she's very cuddly. She's fun to just hold. She's a teddy bear essentially, but she's also a doll. So yeah, this has been my deep focus at the moment, which is why I haven't been coloring. And why, when we started stream, I had to actually go through all my books on my trolley because I couldn't remember what I had even coloured. Because it's been several weeks since I've even looked at colouring. But how are you going, Vi? It's good to see you. Going well. Got some good sleep for a change. Heck yeah, I am glad to hear that because you definitely needed some sleep. Sleep is very important. Oh, I wonder if it's still on sale. Oh, damn. I might have to check that out after stream. I was just thinking, my birthday's coming up. What am I going to do for my birthday? Oh, I could do another playthrough of Detroit Become Human again. Oh, I was going to grab that on Steam because it was on sale. I wonder if it's still on sale. It had like 95% off. Oh, whoops. That's okay. It's not important. That's just how my brain rolls, so that happened in the space of about 10 seconds, that pathway. It's still on the crazy sale? Good. Okay. I might try and remember to grab that. Even though that is one of the few games I have 100%ed on my old PlayStation account. I might grab it for the computer. Because it's such a good price. Through to January 5th? Oh, so just before my birthday. Fantastic. Yeah, I remembered I was gonna apply to actually have my birthday off. Because my birthday's on a Thursday, so it's a bit of an odd one. However, I don't know if I get, like, usually when you work, in New Zealand, you have to have 6 months of work before you get, like you build up holiday leave and then you can take your annual leave and stuff like that. And I have only been on my new contract for, like, a couple of weeks, but I've been working for the company for, like, 6 years. So it's like, but I've only been on this contract, so I don't know if I'm getting holiday pay or not, because I've gone from casual to contract to part-time. So I'm trying to be conscious of the fact that, because if I don't have that 6-month thingy, then I also don't get paid for Christmas and New Year. Even though they're rostered regular days, they're public holidays, I didn't work, and I don't have the holiday leave. So yeah, I'm trying to be sensible, because I might get 4 days less pay, which is almost basically a half a paycheck. And I don't know, and I forgot to ask payroll before the season, so I'm trying to be sensible here. Oh, Quantic Dream games are at 90% off. Oh, that's dangerous. It's dangerous. Steam sales are dangerous. They really are. I don't buy a lot of games, and I'm not a huge gamer, but every once in a while I'll pick up something. Especially if it's on a really good deal. But I'm not enough of a gamer to justify buying lots and lots of games, but I could see. Yeah. I'm tempted to pick up Dispatch still, but I'm waiting for a reasonable sale on that one. I've watched so many playthroughs of it that it's like, there's no point, because I know the story and I know all the outcomes, but still looks fun. I thought about picking up Blueprints as well. Again, I'd been watching so many people play it, but it's so good. I bought a bunch in the past week and trying to play more than I buy now. Good on you, Vi. Colouring Bumblebee! Hello. Surprise indeed. Yes. I just randomly was like, you know what? I feel like streaming. I have the time. Let's do it. So we're live. Yeah. I think I sent you a message saying that I haven't been colouring. Because, did I? I know I commented on, no, I was going to, and then it was like too long of a message, so I just cut it back to say how beautiful the colour palette was in the picture you sent me. I was going to say I haven't been colouring for weeks, because I have not. Ugh. How's work going for you? It is a lot. Yeah. We're managing. It is tiring. It is exhausting. I get less money now than when I was working less hours, because I don't get government support anymore. Yeah. But, you know, I feel it's good in the sense of the achievement of my health. It's a sign that we are getting better at sorting out more and more of my condition. So in that sense, it's really empowering to be like, yeah, I'm managing 25 hours a week instead of just 10 hours a week. But it's exhausting. Like, yeah, I go to work and go do a lot else. So it takes a lot out of me. But we're managing. So, and the hope is to get even more like in control, and yeah. Mm. Oh, Catherine, kia ora, kia ora. Yeah, no, it's funny. It's, yeah, I pulled out as well because I haven't even started any day. I've got several buddies in there. I have not started, but any day won't take long. And then I did pull out the Leon's Journey. I've coloured the doggos. That's as far as I've gotten. It's basically, yeah, it's been, I did that big run for the 25 minis to colour till Christmas, plus some stuff earlier, like the backgrounds and all of this and stuff. Did all that big run at the start and then just stopped. But I've been sewing, because for my Nibblings Christmas present, I sewed a bunch of baby doll clothes, which I really, really enjoyed. And I should pull up the photo. Close all that. That's not the one I want. That one. So this is just some of what I sewed. I'm sorry it's on my phone. I probably should have done this more professionally. But yeah, so there's a pajama set with a blanket and pillow, and that's got an actual quilt on the back of it as well. And then like a bunch of tutus, a bunch of dresses. There's more that went into this. There's about another 12 clothing items. So I really enjoyed sewing all that, and so then I went and got my own dollies and started sewing clothes to them as well. So this is just a 18-inch Our Generation, but I had so much fun making this bear costume. And now I want to make a bunny version as well. So yeah, that's kind of been my focus for the last couple of weeks. It's been really, really enjoyable to sew doll clothes, and so yeah, this is the first time I have coloured since about I think the 16th. It's probably the last time. Yeah. I'm still holding off on Blueprints. I know I have to get it, but it is on my immediate playlist. Yeah, it is. When you do play it, I'll try to be there. But it's like, we really will need to make sure, because there's a lot of people that enjoy spoiling it. But also having somebody in the chat like myself who's, again, because I've watched Ruby play it, and I'm kind of puzzling it out with Ruby, which is really cool. She lets me kind of help her puzzle out certain things. So having one person when you do get stuck without spoiling it. But yeah, there's so much to that game. Like, oh my god, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But it is very much like you need a lot of focus for it. And I enjoy, again, Ruby plays it. This is Ruby OK on Twitch, by the way. I should do shout outs and stuff like that. I'm functional. Adorable Ruby is fantastic at playing it. But she's got a really good logic mind for it as well. But then, like, there'll be certain elements that I'll be like, wait, this. So it's really cool. I really enjoy it. It's a lot easier with two brains working on it. Almost done with Leon's Journey. I send you a pic. So that was all the messages going through. The benefit system is actually so wrong for incentivizing people to even want to try and return to work. Yeah. Well, that was the thing is that I've found along the way is every time I've been talking to Work and Income, which is our government body here that is supporting it, they've been shocked that I'm trying to go back to work. And it's like, I understand people like disability benefit. It's like, cool, you're on the disability benefit, but it's like, I can't survive on it for a start. Like, yeah. Oh my gosh, it's looking so good. It's looking so good, Jess. Yeah. Amy following the hyperfixation train until it abruptly drops, you off who knows where. Yeah. So the English edition of Leon's Journey is coming out Feb 10th next year. Heck yeah. It's such a cute book. I freaking love it. Shadow's Journey. Yeah, I don't know if I'll get it finished. I don't know. Again, because I haven't been engaging with the coloring community, I haven't been engaging with the community all that much. So I've still got like a ton of videos to watch. Like I know a lot of people are putting out like their 2026 plans and stuff like that. So I've still got to watch all that. Because initially I was thinking, oh, I might have some focus books, and I was going to put Leon's Journey as a focus book for next year and do this and this and this. And then when I was sitting down and reflecting on the year and coloring and trying to figure out what I enjoyed about what I colored this year, I realized that the thing that I enjoyed the most was the stuff that I just did without plan, without prompts, without like trying to achieve a goal. It was just, oh, I randomly colored this page, or I randomly colored this page. Like I thought like my Naoko Neko pages might be some of my favorites, or like what I did in Alien Worlds, or some of the bits and pieces like that, even some of the buddies, and I was like, even the completed books and stuff. And I was like, no, because all of them, like, I enjoyed coloring them. I still love the results, but it was like when I looked at Leon's Journey, it was the 2 pages that I just did randomly because I was inspired to do them, or the ones where I just genuinely was like, I feel like coloring this, and I colored it. And so when I ruminated on that, I was like, you know what? That's basically what we need to do. We just need to go, all bets are off. Like, compared to 2023 and 2024, like 2023, I was like, I'm going to complete this book, I'm going to do this, I'm working on this. Then 2024, I part it right back to, I want to work more with my collection, I want to keep my whips under 10. And then this year, it was just, I want to try and keep my whips under 10. And that was basically it. So next year, it's just like, all bets are off. This year I was trying to, initially I had like my little hashtag I was running and the groups and stuff like that, and I was also trying to do more buddies this year and engage in more prompts and stuff like that, and that all fell off the bandwagon very quickly. So yeah, next year, nothing. No plans, no goals. My whip list gets back up to 400, I don't care. If I don't touch a single new book next year and only work in existing books, all good. There is going to be nothing next year. It's just what I feel like working on, I work on, and when I'm sick of working on it, we turn the page. A bit confused as where the flooring ends and the wall begins. I have a sneaking suspicion I felt the same way too. Yeah, because it's like back here, it's like, yeah, I think when I was looking at it, it's like, I think I might just draw a line in. I don't know if the line's like meant to be right here, because it is like where this chest of drawers is and the tail and the cat, there is like, you could draw a line that's entirely blocked by objects in front of it. So if need be, under Latte's tail could be where you colour the carpet up to, and then above Latte's tail is where the wall is. Yeah. That was the only thing I realised when I looked at it, was there could technically be that. But yeah, I was thinking I might draw a line in or something. But yeah, Latte's tail could also be the line. Because also on this side it gets blocked by Lily's fur and then the tree. But yeah, you can always just draw a line. Ooh, oh my goodness, we've been going for almost an hour 20. Ooh. We might take a little break here because I think I need to go to the bathroom, but also I need to have a stretch. So it might be a good time to take a little break. Grab a drink if you need to grab a drink. I'm just debating, do I need another coffee? Do I want another coffee? I do need to go to the bathroom regardless, so yeah, I think we'll just take a couple of minutes regardless. So I'm gonna put you on the Be Right Back screen and just pop to bathroom, make a cup of coffee, all that sort of good stuff. Make sure you yourself stretch at the very least. Stand up and do a little stretch. It's real easy to kind of hyper focus and not move. So take this opportunity to move. If you need to grab a drink, go to the bathroom, grab a snack, take your meds. Who needs to take meds? All the self cares. And does your washing need to be checked on? Yeah. All the good stuff. And I will see you all shortly. Okay. Right. It was meant to be straightforward. Just meant to be go to the bathroom, make a cup of coffee. No, we had to go and get toilet paper for the bathroom because we've run out in the bathroom. We've run out in the upstairs cupboard, which meant I had to go downstairs to get the packs, bring them all the way up. And then Shadow was like, I need food. So it's like, okay, well, here's some food. No, I don't want that food. Okay, well, fine. And then because of where we live, we live surrounded by quite a lot of trees. So we get a lot of birds. And the front door and the back door line up, and the back door is all glass. So the birds think that they can come racing through the house. And they can't if the back door's shut. So I then had to deal with a bird, which Shadow thought was also going to be food. Bird is fine. Yeah, I'm pretty good at catching them now. When they do come in, I'm pretty good at getting them pretty quickly and getting them back out and putting them into the bush. So little birdie's in the bush, totally fine. Shadow's not impressed. But we got there. The drama. Yeah. The drama. It would have been okay if I wasn't home alone because someone else could have gotten the toilet paper and then the bird probably wouldn't have been in the first place because, someone else would have been out there to stop the birds coming in. Because they only like to fly through when there's no one in the kitchen. So, yeah. But hey, we're back. We have fresh coffee. We've been to the bathroom and we've had a good stretch and all of this. Also, fun fact, I broke my toe a couple of days ago, so I'm also hobbling quite slowly. Double E! Hello, hello! Welcome in. Surprise, we're streaming. But yes, I broke my little toe a couple of days ago, just before Christmas. So, we're also a little hobbly. You're fine, Shadow. Calm down. You've had so many treats, and I just put down food that you didn't want, so just being a drama queen. I'm so excited to see you live today. I'm so glad. I just randomly was like, you know what? I'm gonna go live. Feel like it, so why not? No plans. Just vibes. There you go. Go say hi to your audience. Nah, it's all good. Like, honestly, as I said to Mum when it happened, my back hurts more. It's fine. I barely notice it. I notice it every once in a while when I go to lift off and I use my whole foot, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right, my toe's broken. But 90% of the time, I don't even notice it. It's coffee. You can't have coffee. I need to clear off some stuff up here. I did spend so long sorting out the room, clearing off space, and then, of course, sewing stuff is overtaken. You've had, like, 5 times the amount of treats today that you were meant to have. Luckily, the chat likes you. I like you too. You're just being a pain in the butt. You're being a problem child lately. You need some paper to sit on. Yeah. He's probably a little annoyed because he can't get to the windowsill, which is where he likes to sit. Because my sewing stuff is in the way. He also just wants attention. He was trying to annoy Mum for pats last night and actually sit on her. And she's so, like, in so much allergic state at the moment. She's like, I can't have him near me. So I took him to bed. And he wouldn't even cuddle up in bed with me. He decided to go behind my television and try and knock my television off the shelf. And then try and crawl into the cupboards. And he was trying to get into the drawers. He was basically in play mode. To the point where we actually had to put him out last night. Because he was just being... You know when cats get into that zoomy destructive mode? Where they just want to destroy everything. That's what he was doing last night. So we were like, nah, you gotta go out. He's being a problem child. He's acting all cute and adorable right now. Because he's like, I'm on stream. Nay, you little suck up. You little sucker. Yeah. Right. If I move the dolls, because you're not sitting on the dolls, I know that much, even though you're determined to cuddle up to the bear one. And then I move that over there, you can technically get through to the windowsill. You could even technically go sit on the ironing board. I can clean the ironing board. Yes, I know that mood. It's like, I love you, but please stop and get out, please. Yeah, pretty much. It was like, yes, you're adorable. Yes, you're cute. Stop it. Right, you might be going to the windowsill. Go on. Go on. Or do you want down? Is this what's going on? Do you want down? Could you make your mind up, please? You're not even on camera, so this isn't entertaining for the stream. You're just being a chaos monkey again. I know they make crinkly sounds like treat bags, but it's not food. You've got a whole section there. You've got multiple sections you can sit on. There's even paper you can sit on. There's colouring books you can sit on. There's so much you can sit on over there. No, we must sit right here on the camera. Asking a cat to make his mind up, I know, right? A sweet littleness. Oh, I learnt that sun bleaching. That the sun bleaching happening to his fur is called rusting. Ah! I mean, it does look like rust, so yeah. I had to go out yesterday to pick my mum up from a market, and he was sunning himself on the mobility ramp, because of course we have a ramp to get in the house for my walking frame. And it's like a stainless steel that's got like a pattern in it, so it's anti-slip, which does mean that the sun on it, it gets really warm, so he loves sleeping on it. So I went to go and pick mum up, and he's asleep on it, and the evils he gave me as I walked down the ramp, and I'm like, well, you know, you're the one sunning here. So I go past him, get in the car, load my walking frame into the car, drive down the street and go, crap, did I lock the house? So I had to turn back and then come back up the ramp, and it's just like the look of like, you're disturbing my slumber. And then, yes, I had locked the door, so then I go back down the ramp, and it's just, as I walk past, he just whacks at my foot like, this is ridiculous, girl. So, yeah. He's very much likes to be king of the castle. Right, are you going to let me colour, or are you going to try and bat my hand again? You did this one stream. His tail's going like he's going to whack me if I try and do anything. There's a whole windowsill there for you. And you'll probably knock off my entire paintbrush collection as you do that if you go and sit there. You can be a chaos gremlin and out of the way. Make us both happy. No? No, you just want to sit front and centre and not let me do a thing because your drool will get everywhere and I can't colour under you? How dare you use his sunning ramp to get around? I know, right? He also, we have a fence down the side of the house so that it seals off the backyard. And when he quite often will sleep with either his head behind the gate and his body in front of the gate, or his head in the front of the gate and his body behind the gate, depending what he wants to get sun on. So it's like, sometimes you come in and you just see like a cat backside on the edge of this gate. What are you doing? You can't climb up there. Those curtains are not for you to climb on. Oh dear God. He's trying to climb up these curtains. You're in destructive mode right now. What is the problem? Are you smelling cats around here and that's making you go feral even though you're nipped? You do go a little crazy during cat breeding season, but I thought that was a couple months ago. Maybe there's a new cat around here. Alright, he might be on the windowsill. He might have considered the windowsill. We maybe had a windowsill. He's watching the birds on the windowsill. He's on the windowsill. He's put his butt down. He's not rested, but he's got his butt down. I think we're good. I think we're good. Right. I think we can actually get some work done. Oh, you little chaos gremlin. Asking a cat to make his mind up, I know, right? How dare I? Alright, let's see if we can finish off. I'm still debating if I add a little bit of yellow into the high points, like, because this has got the glowing light, so maybe I do a little bit of yellow, like, this is causing some glow onto it. I think that could be kind of cute. So yeah, basically all I have done these last few weeks is sew clothes, watch videos about 18-inch dolls, and there are so many American Girl videos, and we don't get American Girl here in New Zealand, and oh my god, they're expensive, but they look gorgeous. We get our generation, so they're still very expensive here, but, you know, at least they're pretty, and having way too much fun. Way too much fun looking into that. And then doll customs and all sorts of stuff. So it's all been about dolls lately and sewing. Seriously? You know you are not meant to be on the colouring books with your claws. Cool. Just give yourself a bath on top of the colouring book. Yeah, that's totally okay. The Molly doll was just a few years in the very last one that was produced. Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, no, I've been watching. I like Molly's little glasses. They're very cute. Yeah, but I've just been looking at all the clothes. So many clothes. And all the like. So, one of the things that I ended up getting is this one, this pattern. Very Bridgerton. Very clearly trying to be Bridgerton. So, yeah. I'd like to make that at some point too. That looks really cute. I like all the historical fashions, so I think they're very cool. Hello, problem child. I've given up. You're everywhere right now. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. But yeah, I've been, I really like the little bear suit that I made, and I want to make another one with a bunny and see if I can also figure out how to line it. Because after making the first one, I learned quite a few little tricks, so I think I'll be a lot better with the next one. Like, even in the last 3 weeks of sewing like crazy, I have, like, I can already see how much I'm improving in my sewing and just getting better at it. Because I'm not a great seamstress. I'll be the first to admit it. I'm not, like, I taught myself to sew. In fact, fun story. So I have been married. I am divorced, but I have been married. I'm not a wedding girly. I am not someone who ever dreamed about a wedding. When I was proposed to, I was like, okay, whatever, because he really wanted to get married. I was just like, it's a piece of paper. Like, I cared very little, which, I mean, should have been a sign in itself. But for me, it was just like, I don't see the point in this day. Like, whatever. So I couldn't find a dress. I was a lot bigger than I am now, so I already had difficulty finding very big dresses, full stop. But then finding something that was wedding appropriate was also like, I was struggling. And I was jokingly saying to everybody, oh, if I can't find anything, I'll get married in my pajamas. And everyone was like, you can't do this. So it got to the point where it was 2 days before the wedding and I did not have a dress and everyone else was freaking out. And I was like, it's fine. I'll just go buy some fabric and make a dress. And everyone's like, you can't just make a dress. And it's like, watch me. So we went down to the fabric store, brought a pattern, brought some fabric, came home, brought like some cherry fabric and made a mock-up dress and went, yeah, cool, this is good enough, and then made the dress. And then I got married in it. It was the first and second dress I ever made. So yeah. And like, it was fine. It worked perfectly fine. Like, it was a perfectly acceptable dress. But yeah, so my sewing experience is pretty minimal. Like, I can, but it's nothing pretty. But even just because of all the sewing the last few weeks with all the doll clothes, I can see I'm getting better at it. So Christmas Miracle, Amy is on live stream. Hi, Yana. Welcome in. Yeah, just felt like randomly streaming. So we're streaming. And knowing you this long and not knowing you were married till now, yeah. I'm not married anymore. I'm divorced. Let's make that clear. This was a long time ago. This was a very, very short marriage because 8 months into it, he walked away. So, yeah, again, there was, yeah, I'm not really going to go into it, but basically, we shouldn't have, I knew pretty much instantly that it shouldn't have happened. I was very, again, you can tell by that story just how little I cared about the wedding. So, yeah, there's a lot more to it, but best thing that ever happened was a divorce. And here in New Zealand, fun fact, in New Zealand, when you get married, you have to be separated for 2 years before you get divorced. So we had to be separated longer than we were married to get a divorce. But we had a marriage of short duration, which means our marriage was under 2 years, so it was easy to split because it was what you went into the marriage is what you took out. Law made it real easy, but we had to be separated for 2 years before we could even divorce. So, yeah. I'm not opposed to getting married. I just, again, it's a lot of expense for a piece of paper, and I think there are better ways to show commitment than a piece of paper. But that's my personal opinion. I was never a girly who dreamed about, I can understand for those that have dreamed about it, that it is a special day. Like, I can see it, and I really do like going to people's weddings. Like, the beautiful events and seeing the dresses and the decorations, and like, I have some friends who got married actually I had a couple of friends who recently got married at Hobbiton, because that's the thing you can do here in New Zealand, is you can go get married at Hobbiton. And those are some gorgeous weddings, and like the photography, like beautiful. I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, exactly. That was me. I was like, this money that we're spending on the wedding, we could use to go on a cool trip. We could put it towards a house. We could, like, I'd rather spend the money on something more exciting than just a day. But, yeah. Yeah. Like, if it's that important, like, if the situation arises again where I have a partner who wants to get married, I would be okay if they were okay with the idea of just going down to the courthouse, just doing a small little, like, boom, sign some papers, wear a nice dress or suit, not the big fancy, like, I don't need all that jazz. Like, let's just sign some paperwork and then let's throw a massive party and celebrate. like, that part I can understand. That's fun. Yeah. Yeah, the wedding party seems like the fun part. Like, I went to this wedding party that was for one of my work colleagues. This was back several years ago. This was before I was on my walking frame. Um, and so there was a table of us at this wedding, and it was all like, it was my little work team. And we all went into this just having an absolute blast. Like, the rest of the people there were older and they were very quiet. We're like, well, this is no fun. So we went and whispered to the bride and we're like, hey, do you want us to like get the party started? She's like, please help me. So we did. We got up, we got dancing. We're in a pub, like, this isn't a public pub with strangers around, and then all these strangers came in and started dancing with us, and you know, everyone was like, oh, we're celebrating, are we? And then it just turned into this big massive party with all these strangers, and like, it was a really good day. The bride was really, really enjoying it. And there's so many photos of us just all hanging out together. Like, that sort of stuff is the fun memories of it. Or, you know, it's about the people and the celebrating together. That's the parts that make it fun. Yeah. Yeah. I think elopement's a good idea too. But again, I understand where it's coming from if you want that fairy princess moment. I do get it. I can understand it. A fairy princess dress is gorgeous. I'm not opposed to it. It's just not for me. And again, if a situation arises where I'm with a partner who wants the fairy princess moment, it's like, okay, you know, just be aware this is where I come from. But hey, if you want to do it, I can do it. It's just not important to me. Again, I think there are other ways to show commitment. I would get behind having a big, like a, almost like a Renaissance fair style wedding, but DIYing it. Like, setting up someone's backyard with a bunch of mushrooms, and everyone comes in like fairy costumes, and you know, dressing up and just having fun with it, like doing that sort of, which is essentially just a dress up party. I just want to have a dress up party. I can get behind that because I like the idea of being able to wear like fairy wings, or you know, wearing a sword. Wearing a sword and fairy wings to my wedding would have been like my ultimate wedding. That would have been my thing, as if I could have turned up in fairy wings and a sword with my pajamas underneath so that I could strip the dress off and go back to my PJs. Yeah, the family being together, that's definitely the thing. That would be the most wedding. Amy throwing Critical Role. Oh my god, imagine if you're at the altar and then you and your partner have to roll a d20 before you can say I do. Like, you know. Oh my god, I need to message Jules because this is a thing, like an RPG wedding where you have to roll to sorry if you've never played RPGs, but in Dungeons and Dragons is what I'm thinking in the top of my mind. But like, yeah, rolling, like, roll for wedding vows, roll for commitment. What if someone rolled a natural one? Whoops, critical fail. We'll try again another day. Critical Role does seem to have a thing with dramatic weddings. That's Laura Bailey's determination to get married as every single character. I have still got to watch the Jester Lavore wedding, but oh my god, the wedding dress for that is ridiculous. Oh. Bride attempts to place rings, roll sleight of hand. Oh. Oh, that would be fun. See, because that could be fun because you could do things like at the table, you could have mini adventures that people can roll as a table. D20s on the table, all sorts of stuff. Oh, this is a concept. See, I could get behind this. This could be fun. Watching Laura and Travis's get married all over again as their characters. Yeah. Yeah, I love the Jessel Lavore storyline as well. I keep saving it. It's the same thing with the Mighty Nine animated series. I have it there to watch, and I'm like, I keep saving it for when I actually have the focus to sit down and do it, because I also want to work on the Critical Role coloring book as I do it. And of course, I haven't been coloring, so I haven't watched them yet. But I'm like, I need to sit down and actually watch these. Yeah. Amy's like, okay, I'll have your fairy tale wedding, but I have a few requests. Yeah. Honestly, like, I'm one of those people where I dream about what I do if I win the lotto, even if I don't buy the lotto ticket. I forgot to buy a lotto ticket recently, but that's okay. Every once in a while I like to buy a lotto ticket. Fun fact, I bought a lotto ticket we had a big massive $55 million draw recently, and that won me a free ticket, which 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 won me a free ticket. Basically, I had 13 free tickets in a row. It was incredible. We were cracking up every time we scanned a ticket. It was like, free ticket. It was like, cool, another one. And we got up to number 13. We're like, oh, and the 13th one was also being drawn on my brother's birthday. So we're like, oh, this is either going to be the lucky one or we're stopping the chain here. And yeah, we stopped the chain. It's like, damn. But yeah, I'm one of those people where, you know, I think a lot of us do what we'd do if we got like a sudden influx of money. Because I would buy a house. And so it's like, what would I do as my dream house? What would be my dream house? There's like certain things that I think of, but it's not probably what most people think of when they think of a dream house. Like, I don't think about like the bedrooms or the style or anything like that. Like, the one thing I want is to have a nice big tree that blossoms with pink flowers that I can hang stuff from and turn into a jellyfish tree. That would be fun. Just have like lots of little jellyfish floating in this tree. There's a certain type of tree that has these beautiful pink flowers here. It looks like a cherry blossom, but it's not a cherry blossom. Yeah, I like that. But also flat, one level, no stairs, because disability. But yeah, I know there's these tables. I don't know if you guys have ever seen them. Some people do them. Where they take like pieces of wood and then they pour resin around it, so you get like a wood pattern, but you get resin sections as well. There's some people who do that, but then they also inlay flowers into the resin as well, or you can get ones that are just flowers in the resin. Doing something like that with a massive piece of wood with a table with like flowers and butterflies and the wood, that's what I would do for my dining table. That's so cool. Yeah, that would be incredible. I've always said that I would love to, if I could take a journey without like around the world, because I would love to travel around the world, but instead of being like going to theme parks, going here, I would love to travel around the world but stay with locals and learn local cooking, like going to Italy and learning from the nonnas how to do traditional recipes, you know. Same thing like going to Japan, China, Thailand. I mean, China, there's so many different regions of cooking there. Same with India, like northern India versus southern India, so different in terms of their food. But going to all those places, but finding locals to stay with and learning to cook how the locals cook, so that you come back not with the knowledge, but you know, like just how your grandma cooks, basically. Not how like the professional chefs cook. That's what I would love to do. Because I do enjoy cooking. I am someone who does actually enjoy cooking, but I don't always have the energy to cook. But this was before, again, my disability, which makes things a bit different. Okay. I can't believe it's taken me nearly 2 hours just to colour the skirt. Oh, goodness. Oy, oy, oy. Streaming is fun and company, not productivity. Exactly. If I was doing this to be productive, we would not be streaming. Alright, I don't even know if you can see the yellow in there. A little bit. Oh, why am I yawning so much? I have no reason to be yawning. Right. Cat fur. It's cat fur on these pages. I think we're going to borrow a little bit of... Nah, you're too dark. Let's use you. We're going to make her a blonde just because I feel like on this side, again, I think I want to give her a pink dress as well, but I might make her a brunette. Bring a little bit more of the brown in because I've got the brown down here, so it will balance a bit if I bring the brown up here. So we'll do a little bit of brunette on that side, so we'll make this lovely one a blonde and bring a bit more of the yellow in. I'm still deciding if I do the top pink, or I do that different as well. And yes, we will be making the wings glittery because it's me. Of course the wings are going to be glittery. Did you happen to mention what this book is? I did not. I don't think I even updated the project, Catherine. But this is Fairy Tale Worlds by Maria Trial. We're working on these 2 pages. I did the background at the start of the month because I randomly felt like doing a background. So I did a background. And then I think I did this during work one day because I just had some fine liners near me and I was like, oh, I'll just colour the branches with those. Which does mean I need to find a way to bring in some fine liners over here because this is very intense. And my colour palette so far, if anyone needs it, it's all on Faber-Castell. If you can read the horrible writing. Plus, right now we're using, I think, ochre. It's pretty tiny. Yeah, I'm in 2 minds about switching. I'm getting to the point where I'm getting a bit bored of this, so we might switch to something else, but I also don't know what else to switch to. Maybe I'll work on the Manga Mania. See if we can do a little bit on that one. I'm very much like... I'm still struggling a little bit with focus when it comes to colouring. Again, I haven't coloured in a few weeks because I haven't been in the mood for it. It hasn't been my focus, and even today I can tell, like, I haven't got my usual bunker down and just do a page focus. Yeah, I don't actually like that here. Which means I'm rushing, which means we're going to leave it. I'll fix it up later. Yeah. We got a skirt done in 2 hours. I like the background. I like the progress on it. It's just, I know, my attention's done on it. I'm sorry, I'm going to be a bit all over the place with it today. Right, we do have this one. This one I remember is I have to put this book behind it because it's awful to work on. I might have to zoom out a bit. I do like I've only done some Albert Dürer. Not that. Sorry, wrong button. I'm a professional streamer. This one. I like my color palette so far. Obviously haven't finished choosing all the colors, and it's just done in Albert Dürer's, so it's just really a base. But I like my color palette. So again, I've put Faber-Castell, but it's Albert Dürer's. If you can read awful writing, here's all my colors. Now, so I've done an Albert Dürer base. I'm wondering if I wonder how Polly's would work on top of this, or I could also use Albert Dürer's on top of this to shade. Let's grab the Naples yellow and just test up here. Ooh, you are very smooth. I think it'll be all right. Yeah, I think it'll be all right. Figure it out. Yeah, this is this book here. This was a gift to me very recently. It is so cool. So many pages. Wish it was single-sided. But it's also so many pages. Like, gonna take donkey's years to colour this all. But there's some very cool pages in here. Also, I love the one next to it with all the sea creatures as well. So cute. Okay. What shall we start with? My coffee's done. I suppose I should technically use this Naples yellow on the whole sky instead of just this section that I did over here. I suppose that would be logical. Who wants to be logical, though? I say, having just had a discussion about how I am logical and do like to be logical. the only problem, because this book is so thick, we have to check another book behind it to support the page, because otherwise it's very awkward to work on, as I discovered when I was doing the base work for this one. It's probably not looking any different to you on camera, but we're just smoothing out the sky a little bit. Can always work another colour into that later on. Okay, I think I'm going to work on her. I'll start by pulling out a couple of colours. I'm going to need a few extenders as well, because a lot of my pinks and purples are very small. I do have a lot of spare pencils, so for Polychromos. And choose pink. Bring that in. Again, you probably can't see what I'm doing, but just bringing a bit of colour into these eyes. Probably bring you right in if you're interested. I don't know if you'll even be able to see the detail. Yeah, we're working pretty tiny. I do need a white gel pen. Or maybe a Posca. I think I put them all away. I mean, I did put them all away because I spent ages sorting out and cleaning up my room. Use a little bit of grey. This shouldn't actually be white. Only the highlights should be white. And then I'll hide the overcolour. Right, so tongue, teeth, random void in the mouth. I think we're going to do that. Is open mouth. Yeah. I'll do it with the pinks and then I don't have to open up a red. It'll tie in. Hope we're all doing well out there. I haven't even asked, what's everyone working on? If we're working on some colouring while watching. What are we working on? I wonder what colour here will do. Kind of leaning towards silver here. Could also do blue or yellow. Wouldn't hurt to bring in a little bit more yellow. But I'm kind of leaning towards blue, not blue, silver here. Picked out all my winter pages after I put away the Christmas books. Well done. Should really be working on Any Day or Leon's Journey. Oh, wow. Oh, well. Rita Berman's Seasons compilation book, A Whip from June. Well done. It was another book I was going to pull out this month. Did not get there. Ooh. Again, I was not expecting to get so sidetracked as I have been this month. And that's okay. We go with the flow. We find the joy. It's Smalt so kindly worded for us. So you're being backlit, so... Oh, can't see what I'm doing. Lily just finished the pencil color on Leon's journey. Nice! Well done. Now I really should be working on Leon's journey. You're off work till January 4th? Nice. Well done. I am not. I get the public holidays, but yeah. Back to work on Monday. Because medical don't stop. It will be hopefully a little bit chiller, but I also have some end of year stuff that I do during this week because generally speaking it's a little like a lot of the medical centres do shut down, but we still have obviously some places open for urgents and stuff like that, and hospitals still going, so there's still, you know, work, but and there's people that, you know, need regular tests and stuff like that, so we're still operating per, we just have a little bit less because most people don't want to go for bloods during this time. And then as soon as the Christmas break is over, because of course it's summer here, so everyone's like on summer break as well, and they want to go to the beach, they want to go on holiday, and then yeah, once everyone returns, chaos. Ugh. I agreed to do an extra shift tomorrow. Yeah, it's like I usually work this time because I don't need the time off. Again, being casual for the last few years, it's also meant that it's come at the cost of me, you know, earning a little bit less. So yeah, I don't know if I'm earning less or not. Again, that whole pay rate thing, but also like I don't go away on holiday, so it's like I might as well and leave it free for somebody who is going away or someone who has kids, like, and it's a good chance for me to do this end of year stuff, so that's why I usually work it. Yeah, I used to work retail. Retail this time of year is kudos to anyone who works retail. Yeah. I used to work at the fabric shop, and it's the equivalent of Joanne's Fabric is probably the easiest equivalent to give. And yeah, I also lived like 1 block away from the store, so I had very little travel time, and they knew I didn't have kids or anything, so they were like, cool. And they would put me on Christmas Eve with the pack down of the Christmas sale and the put up of the Boxing Day sale signage. So we would work until, 5 o'clock Christmas Eve, and then we'd be there for 2 hours afterwards setting up for Boxing Day. So already fun times. And then you come in Boxing Day and it's like, oh, yeah. Glad we don't deal with that anymore. That being said, part of me is tempted to just get a retail job because it would be nice to just go to work, turn up, do the work, and go home. Yeah, it sounds like you needed a slug on the couch day. Slog on the couch day. Sofa slug. That's weird. The words. I know words. I'm functional. Yeah, I did the Christmas cooking and then the next day afterwards, I was like, I need to stop and do nothing. I didn't quite get to do nothing because dropped mum off at a market and stuff like that, but yeah, the last couple of days have just pretty much been resting at home, recovering because I got very swollen from all the work, which is normal. Oh, we're off screen. Ah, no, I coloured onto the hair. Where's an eraser? Actually, I should bring my electric eraser over. I found that while I was cleaning up. I found all sorts of stuff while I was cleaning up, surprisingly. Funny that. Not that I think you can tell too much from this angle, but this shelf is looking a lot better. Like, I actually managed to make a home for everything and sort out the shelves. So there's now no colouring apart from the new books that I've still got to register into my list, into my inventory. There is nothing on the floor related to colouring. Still sewing stuff. Hello. Welcome in. Oh, sorry. Big stretch. Oh. Oh, good. I did wonder. I was like, welcome in, Amy. Did you get any colouring bits for Christmas? No, my family. Well, yes, because I got the Happy Mail. So I did get some Happy Mail, which is very, very kind. But my family, we don't do gifts as adults. We give gifts to the kids. But as adults, we don't gift to each other. So yeah, it's only like if you buy yourself a gift, obviously. Which I was going to contemplate buying myself a Christmas gift of something for colouring, but I didn't need anything. And again, by the time I got to Christmas, it wasn't my focus because, you know, I did. So what I was saying at the start, for those that weren't here at the start, I had been tuning through the pages for the 25 minis to colour till Christmas because I coloured this entire book and put up a video every day for this book. So I coloured 27 pages in this book in essentially 3 full days. But basically the first 2 weeks I was working on this, and I did do some other bits in between, but this was the really big focus, and I burnt myself out. And so by the time this was finished, I was like, I need a break from colouring. So then I knew for Christmas that I was wanting to give one of my nibblings a bunch of baby doll clothes because we were having difficulty finding baby doll clothes for their baby doll. So I started sewing baby doll clothes, and I fell absolutely in love with sewing the baby doll clothes. So I did buy myself a Christmas present in the fact that I brought myself a couple of 18-inch dolls so I would have an excuse to keep sewing doll clothes. So yeah, I did buy myself a Christmas present in the sense of these, and this is one of the things that I have sewn, and I freaking love this, and so I want to make another one of these in a different fur that I have, but as a bunny, because it's very, very cute. A zip and fur is also a nightmare, but I figured out how to do it. I was very proud of myself. Random hyperfocus train said all aboard the Sewing Express. Pretty much. it just randomly came out of nowhere. So yeah, I did buy myself a present in the fact of 2 dolls. So I also have this one. She's wearing her original outfit though, but she's very pretty. I keep looking at more of them though. I will admit I keep looking at more dolls. So and of course the nibblings are very, very excited by the fact that Auntie has dolls and Auntie's been sewing doll clothes and they want to come around and learn how to sew doll clothes. And so yes, it's very much been sewing doll clothes focused at the moment, specifically around 18-inch dolls. So yeah, it's very fun though. I very much enjoy it, and yeah, it's keeping me happy, it's keeping me entertained. And again, it's like there's this one here. So I learned how to make like ribbing, and this is like a tutu dress, so a little strawberry dress. So that was fun. That one lives in its own bag because the glitter does like to go everywhere. So much glitter while sewing that one. And then just a bit. So doing things like little singlet, a little skirt, and then a little shrug made from an old t-shirt, because that's the other thing as well, is I've been using scraps and upcycling old clothes and stuff like that, or old fabrics. This one, Little Marie from the Aristocats, so it's a little, yeah. And then another little t-shirt, again made from old pajamas. That one was the pre-made dress that came with the doll that's wearing the bunny, the bear outfit. A little dress, it's all glittery, so much glitter. So yeah, cute little dress with that. And then that one also has a little tutu that goes under it that helps spread it out. Again, I've been having way too much fun with this. So that goes under and helps puff out the dress a bit more, and it's got like a bow at the back. And there is actually a matching headband for that somewhere too. There it is. So and then this one, oh, got to lose shoes. So this one uses an old bed sheet, like a satin bed sheet, to make the body of it, and then some little tutu. And I hand sewed all that star trim on here because it's satin, and satin is a nightmare to sew with, but I did it. Yeah. So just having so much fun making doll clothes, and just absolutely like so focused on it right now. So yeah, I did also buy myself a new pattern, which is this one here, which is very Bridgerton-esque. It's, you know, that era of clothing, Regency. So I think I'd like to make one of those. And the fursuit here that I made, the little bear suit, make another one of these, but try and make it with bunny ears instead, so it's a little bunny. So it'll have like floppy bunny ears coming down. But yeah, I love this one. This is my favourite thing I've made, just because it's so fluffy and so cute. So yeah, so that's been my hyper focus at the moment and what I've been into. So yeah, I haven't been colouring as much because it's all been about making all the doll clothes. And even as sitting here while colouring, I'm like, do I switch to sewing? Do I switch to sewing? Do I switch to sewing? Do I end stream and go and sew? Because, yeah. But that's my brain at the moment too. I'm very scattered all over the place. Oh god, now there's red glitter all over this book. Honestly, while sewing that red glitter, it's chill. So much glitter everywhere. So much glitter. So yeah, I've had a couple people locally who have been seeing them and go, "Oh, you could sell those." I'm like, I don't know if I want to sell them though. Like, I don't know if I would want to do that. I'm enjoying it for me, which is why I went and brought myself a couple of dolls because I was like, I'm obviously enjoying this. I got to a point where I've made so much for my nibbling. I was like, I can't justifiably give this child more without not going and getting the other children more because it was a lot. It was a lot, so yeah. I'd love to be able to make pity juices for dolls, children, and myself. Yeah, my sewing's not the greatest, but it's pretty reasonable. And again, by sewing more, I am getting a lot better. I would like make the bunny costume on stream, but the next 2 hours of the bunny is literally just going to be cutting out fur because you have to, if you've never worked with fur before, you can't just go snip, 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 snip into it. You need to kind of put your scissors in, separate out the fur strand so you're just cutting the lining. So it's a really slow process to cut fur. So yeah, it would take me like 2 hours just to cut the fabric. Yeah. I do gifts in my family, but they seem to refuse to get me colouring stuff. Got an Amazon gift card, treat myself to a couple of stickers. Yeah, folk art, string glitter, noise, and colouring yeah by Sugar Sweet. Oh, that's lovely. Well, I'm glad they at least got you a gift card so you could get yourself some colouring stuff. But yeah, I'm very much a proponent of buy yourself a gift. I think, like, we did talk about one year, everyone buys themselves a gift and wraps it up and brings it, and then the surprise is seeing what we brought ourselves. So we did think about doing that. And then sometimes, especially if we've got family coming in from out of town, because it was just, mum and us kids and then the nibblings. So it was just 6 adults, mum and the nibblings. But if we have family coming in from out of town and we've got more family around, sometimes we'll do like random gift giving or like token gifts, or we'll do like a little gift game or something. We'll make a game of it. But we tend to do that when there's more adults. When it's just us, it's like, there's only the 6 of us and it doesn't quite work as much. So, yeah. So much glitter while sewing it. Nothing out of the ordinary for you, pretty much. I do love my glitter. Oh, thank you so much. Do what makes you happy? Yeah, exactly. And it's making me very happy at the moment. Doesn't mean it's going to be my hyper focus forever, but yeah. Yeah. I swear that always the response these days, no such thing as a hobby anymore. Got to be turned into a high hustle. Yeah, yeah. There is like a part of me that's like, oh, maybe I could, in order just to keep it like sell to keep the costs down, but a lot of what I'm making, I've been using like old clothes or just fabrics that I've had. I did go to the fabric store and I did spend a little bit of money on Boxing Day just because I've been enjoying it so much, but I was trying to buy more like plain cottons because it's easy to find print cotton secondhand. Like I've been going to op shops and finding like mixed bags of lace trims and ribbons, and you can buy old clothes and these fabrics. I brought, for example, the satin sheets. So it's easy to find fabrics secondhand, but I needed some plain staples to kind of mix with them. And so I did that, and then I did buy a couple of patterns. Again, I've been trying to not spend. So for example, I went to the library. And I did hire out a couple of books that have patterns in them. So I have got some patterns, and I do want to make a few of these heritage patterns as well, because these are really gorgeous as well. There's some problematic ones in there because of its time. Like some of these costumes could have better names and better dolls to be dressed on, but there are some also really lovely patterns in here. So yeah, and then this one's got some more modern ones in it. So yeah, it's me trying to do it with the resources that I've got. So it's not really cost me a lot, except for the dolls themselves. Because the dolls aren't exactly cheap here, but again, I'm enjoying it. I mean, you've done 10+ hour streams of just pencil colouring. Hours of fabric cutting wouldn't be a downgrade, that's true. That's true. I have. I mean, if y'all are interested, I am a colouring channel, so I don't want to be like, but I have also played games on stream and stuff like that too. So I have no qualms doing other stuff on the channel. It's live streams as well. Lives are chaotic. Lives are whatever they are. But yeah. I am going to have another stretch in a moment though, because I am getting quite stiff and sore again. And it has been almost another hour. I don't know, my focus is very all over the place at the moment. At least we made it to stream. That's the main thing as well. I made it to a stream. I've done a little bit of colouring. That's progress. Right, I want her to basically have blush blindness. I want her to be very, very blushy on her cheeks. And we'll bring a little bit to the ears, because ears are always a bit redder, because the skin is thinner around your ears. Same with your fingertips. So I also like to warm up fingertips, because the skin is thinner there, so it's usually a bit pinker. And then I also like to do a little bit on the knees, because the skin is actually usually a little thinner on the knees too. Can also be thicker, but it's usually a little warm. So I like to blush knees and elbows. But you don't see elbows here, so we won't blush her elbows. Flareheart, hello, hello. Kia ora, welcome in. It has been a while. You all know me though. I go through phases. But this time it was because life changed, not because I needed a mental health break. Although I did also have a mental health break in the middle of that as well. But it's mostly because of the change in work situation. Right, more blush. As I said, I wanted to have a bit of blush blindness. She's going to be very, very blushy. Blush. Live streams are just so enjoyable and engaging. I'm glad you find that, Yana. We just have a good chill time here. That's all I'm trying to do. It is Manga Mania. It is indeed. By Christopher Hart. Very, very cute. Very chunky book. Very chunky. This was a Happy Mail gift recently. So many adorable pages in here. Oh. Alright. I need to blend some of the skin a bit better. No, I hear the cicadas going. Do 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 do. Now that we've warmed things up, we can cool down certain areas. Really emphasize those shadows. She'll make our blushies even more blushies. Cute. Oh, okay. Might do some more of that skin later on, but for now, I think it's alright where it's at. I like the face. I like the face. I like the extreme blushing on the face. That makes me happy. I don't know why she needed to be so blushy, but she did. I have a cut on my finger. Wonder when that happened. The logic of this dress doesn't actually work. Unless her dress is made up of loops. So she has a little loop around her legs and then she has loops to the side. This isn't actually logical. Will the lollipops match the candy canes? Or will they be rainbow pops? I'm not sure yet. I've left it because I did originally think they were going to be rainbow, but if I do them rainbow, I'm bringing in green and... I mean, not green, I've got green. Red and orange. Might be able to do it without putting it in. Like, if we did more pinky, yeah. It would be introducing another colour, and I quite like this little... I mean... You know, there's technically a little bit of extra colour because of the skin. So there's a little bit of orangey, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. I just knew when I started this page we were going to do lots of pinkies. Lots of pink. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean... she's about six to seven heads. But, yeah. It's... I don't know. It's still cute, though. I like it. Still very cute. Can do buy lollipops. True. True, true, true. Oh, excuse me. I think I need to go to the bathroom again. It's making it hard to think. So there is a little bit of purple on here. So it's like a white with a purple tint. But I don't know about her here. See, part of me is like, do I bring the blue in and do more blue? We also have like what is, you know, a cookie house back here. So we also have cookie colors to figure out, and there's also, you know, gumdrops everywhere. So there's a lot of areas to add in colour still. But when I'm not 100% sure how I'm approaching a page, if I'm going to carry on with the colour palette or if I'm going to introduce a new colour, I like to leave a few things uncoloured so I can bring that colour around. So for example, I introduced blue for the stones, but I know I need to bring that blue somewhere else, but there's lots of areas still to colour. So like I could do all the bows in blue, for example, and that would bring a bit of blue around the page because we've got the little bows here and a bow here, and then there's a couple of bows over here, so we can bring the blue right around the page. So there's a few options still on how to colour it. Yeah. Match them to the candy canes and make the birds dark blue. If the pop's a rainbow, the birds should be red. Yeah. So there's a few options in terms of how we progress with the colours. Yeah. I make your hair blue to pop against a tree. Random tangent. Do you have the options picked out for the next? No, I do not actually. I haven't even. I should do that. That needs to go into the group for voting soon. Do you have any preferences? I haven't even. That's not now, Koniko. I haven't even started the Christmas page. So that's the second one. I've still got the Halloween one that I'm working on. And then I've still got the Bubbles page to catch up on too. So that's okay. We'll get there eventually. I'll just keep the pages marked. Yeah, this one. That's the other one that I haven't done. Yeah, it's a good point. I have to actually... What are we doing? I know it's winter. But a lot of the group. But I don't also want to do seasonal. We're going to be sidetracked here. We're going to flick through this and decide on what pages to put up as a poll. It doesn't mean it's going to be the pages because I put it to the group. Could do the counterpart to that one. That one looks a little simpler. Feel like, I wonder if we have anything that's New Year's-esque. I do love this cakes one. I didn't get the Christmas page done either. I'd love something wintry. Okay. I try to, like, do a... The Christmas page was quite a complicated one, so I try to go for a more simple than a more complicated. So, and especially with it being the new year, I'd like to do something a bit more simple for the new year. I don't think there is specifically a New Year's page in this book. I mean, the lanterns could technically be New Year's. This is my least favourite page of the book. I should technically put it forward as an option. I'll put it forward as an option. I need bookmarks. Do I have any bookmarks around here? No, because I cleared off my desk. Okay, we'll borrow that. You can be a bookmark. It's more... I kind of feel like lanterns is New Year's, so I should put that one forward. It would be a good excuse to do that one, even though it's one of my least favourite ones in the book. Still got to work on that one. Alice in Wonderland. Yeah, I love the Alice in Wonderland spread. I love this one, but this is a lot. That's definitely a free monther. I also really like this one. But... Alright, I have snowmen. Could do like an inside one so it's not so obviously... I mean, they are making Christmas cookies here, but we could do soup. Do like soup. Yeah, I love that one too, but... This one's not a group one, but one I coloured outside the group before I started the group. Oops, sorry, hit my mic. That one's not bad either. The three of them in bed reading a story, like, it's still like the quilts a lot, but quite like that one. Okay. I think I might do 4 options this month because I can't make my mind up. So my highly technological way of doing this. So we're going to suggest them in bed reading a book. Soup. The snow, which is very... And then the lanterns. Yeah, I love the fireside knitting one. Yeah, I love this whole book. So the reason why this has come up is I run a group on Instagram where we choose a page for 2 months and we work on it. But it's very, like, you know, even I don't complete them. It's just, you know, if you work on it, you work on it. If you don't, you don't. Some people have gone ahead and done other pages in the book as well. Do what you want to do. But yeah, it's just like, hey, we've got this book and it keeps us working on it. And then if I do a double page, I try to give 3 months because I do feel like these pages take a while. I know they do for me, and I'm a fast colorist and they take ages for me, so. But yeah, I've still got a lot to catch up on. A lot. I've got 2 pages plus a whip in here, so yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of now that I know Alice in November is a thing, I'm like, but if I do that, it means we're not doing a Christmas page, possibly. I do think I'm going to put a couple more doubles in anyway next year. It's just getting it to work with the group. But yeah, again, it's like if you want to do other ones, do other ones. Like, it's chill. It's just there as a like, oh, we're all working on this one. Possibly. Some of us might be. For Jan and Feb. Oh god, I cannot type. Alright folks, I was reminded to put forward a selection for Jan and Feb. React to the page / pages you'd like to focus on as a group. And then we send the images individually, so it's a lot easier for people to react for this time, because I couldn't narrow down to 3. Okay, done in the group. We'll see what the group chooses. And then maybe one of these days I'll get back and actually finish up pages in that book. Leon's journey is officially finished. Heck yeah! It's such a gorgeous page. This is the page Jess is working on because it's a buddy. And you can see how much I've got left to do in it too. That was our last buddy. I love Jess's version of that. I like my version too. I was very pleased with it. This one here, I have coloured latte and mocha. And that's it. Oh, I love this book though. This is another one where the pages take me a while, but I'm still very pleased. This is still one of the favourite things I've coloured this year. Both these pages. Love, love, love it so much. I love Shadow there. So yeah, we call this book Shadow's Journey. We colour it inspired by Shadow. So yeah, I haven't even really started work on that one. I've got so many like Christmas pages that are half started. I don't think I'm going to finish everything, and that's okay. Again, the vibe is very much like it is what it is this, at the moment. Alright, what was I doing? I was going to go to the bathroom. I did say that. I did say I needed to go to the bathroom, and then I got distracted. And yeah, now it's been nearly an hour and a half. Okay, I'm going to put you all on Be Right Back for a second. I'm going to pop to the bathroom. It's, again, been a... I just realised I'm in Just Chatting as well. Wow, I'm not even in the right category on Twitch. I am a professional streamer. We're going to take a break. I'm going to say goodnight. Yeah, I'm just half tempted if I actually end it here now too. Because I also need to go and have food. Maybe I just end it. It has been nearly 3 hours. Like, it's a little chaotic. A little chaotic of a stream, but also it's been a while since I've streamed. So, yeah, I think I'm going to listen. Because I'm also, like, I feel all over the place. I think I'm going to end it here. I think it's actually a good time to end it. And then I can go to the bathroom. I can make food. I can unwind for a while. I think I just saw somebody else went live on YouTube as well. I think Axel just went live. So I did see that. Okay, let's all go over. If you're not already there. Yeah. Little chaotic. So let's all go over to Axic. I should remember their proper first name. This channel here, and I'll post it in Twitch if you're there. Come on over to YouTube if you're not. Let's go hang out at another colouring community channel and go spread the love over there. But yeah, I think I'm done for the day. I'm a bit all over the place, but it was fun to catch up with y'all and see you all again for a little bit. And I wish I could say for certain when the next stream is. I don't know. It's still I'm still very shot from work. I'm still all over the place, but I'll try my best to pop in. It might be a bit random. I'll try and schedule things when I can, but yeah. I'll see you when I see you, and I hope you'll have the most wonderful of holidays. Happy New Year. See you all next year if I don't see you before then. Yeah. Enjoyable, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye. Where's my buttons? I know how to end things. Swear to God, I'm losing my head.